Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, lovely people. How is everybody doing this morning? Welcome into the morning live. This morning, we are going to continue with our Bible reading. We have been away for a few days, but we're back. We are back, and we are going to continue to read from where we left off the last time. So if you will come on in, if you will get your book Bible or your Google Bible, whichever one you got, and let us read together. Those of you who are just coming, welcome. Those of you who have been here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, here we are. All right, so here we are this morning. We are back at it again. Yes, never mind the couple of days that we weren't here. All things happen for good. All right, but this morning we are here, so take me as I am. All righty. Guys, when we left off last time, where are the people? Come on in. I don't want to start off without y'all. I want y'all to be here when we start, because you see, this Bible reading is serious and is not. If you know what, if you understand what I'm saying. Since I started reading the Bible, not just on air, but since I started to purposefully read the Bible, I've always read it, but not as purposeful as I'm doing now. You know, I would do just like you. I'd grab it and read a verse here and read a chapter there and just run with it. And anything that's said in there, I would just assume, well, if it said and the Lord said, then oh yeah, and the Lord said, right? Without context, without knowing the story. And by the way, we will never know the full stories, because remember, John said if everything that happened was supposed to be printed, there wouldn't be a book big enough to hold it. So that right there tells us they just selected enough to fit the narrative that they wanted to put forth when it comes to the Bible. So they only selected a few of the narratives that were written by the ancient Jewish people as they try to form their religion. With that being said, when you get here on my channel in the mornings and I am doing the Bible reading, please be aware that I'm not coming from a place of condemnation. I'm not coming from a place of conversion or conviction, any other thing. I am not here preaching to anybody. I am not here requesting anybody's soul. I am not here encouraging anybody to go get baptized. No, that is not why I'm here at all. Okay? That is furthest from the truth. In fact, I do not endorse any particular religion or denomination when I come here. I simply have a desire to complete the reading of the Bible, and I have chosen to do so out loud, so that those of you out there who would love to read the Bible but you cannot be bothered, it's too long, It too confusing. It too this. The Bible wasn't meant for ordinary people to understand. All that nonsense rhetoric that you all keep saying, cut it out. Okay? So I come to read for you all. If you can't be bothered because you are one of those people who have one of those excuses, come and listen. You don't have to sit one place. You can walk around. You can put your earbuds in your ear. You can do whatever. And listen, I will do the reading and you do the listening. How about that? Okay? So it has been my pleasure since it's been next month, it's going to make 3 years since we started reading the Bible. Jules, what's up? How you been? Mix up, what's up? Yes, it's been next month is going to be 3 years since we started since I started reading the Bible out loud. And some of you have been with me, the people on the talk have been with me from the beginning because it's only a few months ago that I started doing so over here on the top. But the people over on the tube have been with me from the beginning. So, welcome everybody. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to share the live. Invite your friends to come on over. Tell them this is not the place that's going to be condemning them. We don't condemn anybody. We don't try to get anybody's soul. We are not trying to convince anybody. No, we are not doing. Thank you, Roy. Good morning, Roy. How are you doing? Jules say, I am blessed. Wonderful, my love. Wonderful. Yes, so this is not the place where I'm going to be condemning anybody. Hey, Dottie Hearty, that's not what we do here. All right, we are going through the Bible because the Bible has been given to us as our moral guide, and many of us don't see the pertinence in reading it and finding out what is in it really. What does it mean for me? Is it really all it's cracked up to be? We don't care. We just say, okay, we give them the Bible, and people will even go as far as saying whatever the Bible say, I am doing it. The Bible is a book inspired by God and all of this and all of this. Like, read for yourself now, please. So you don't have to be repeating nonsense. But anyway, we're going to read this morning from the book of 1 Corinthians, chapters 10 and 11. All right, so if you have your book Bible or your Google Bible, get it and read along with us. Some of the year I wait for Sister Winsome. I've been waiting for Winsome, I'm not see her. I'll not see me the year I talk. I Winsome, I wait for, but I don't see her. I see Sister Card. Sister Card, when you see Winsome, you tell her what went on in class today. Okay? But we are going to be moving along, my friends. We are on to the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 10. And here the Bible is talking a lot about idolatry. No, remember, adultery and idolatry are two different things. Adultery is cheating on your wife or your husband. Yes. A married person going outside of their marriage to seek sexual gratification from somebody to whom they are not married. That is adultery. Idolatry is you doing the same thing but with your God. You get that? Yeah. Going to worship something else, somebody else. Yeah. Outside of your God. In the ancient days, even today, people make a little statue. People make a little statue and they call that little statue their God. Well, according to the Bible, that was idolatry. Yeah, the little statue is their idol. The little statue that they make out of gold or stone or wood, because according to the Jews, they believed that the only God is an unseen being that would sometimes show himself to some people in their culture because those people were considered to be good, great, pure, wise, you name it. Okay? Look, look, I was waiting on you too, you know. I was waiting on you over here, and me I wait for Winsome over here. Me I wait for Winsome, but she not come. She take long for come. Mercy, good morning, Mercy. How are you doing, my love? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So this morning, guys, when you come in on the talk, please don't forget to tap your screen. When you come in on the tube, don't forget. You can tap your screen once and it will register. Hold on. Like, seriously. And it will register your like. All right? You don't have to like me. Just like the fact that I'm coming here every morning to read the Bible for us. Okay? Let us move right along. We're not going to wait for Sister Winsome any much longer. Let us move right along, lovely people. 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea. Hold on, why my phone not act up like this? Hold on, the people, my phone not act right. Give me 2 seconds, so let me see what's going on with my phone here. So, is the live itching over here on the top, guys, or is it okay? I know on the tube it's usually good, but I don't know why on the talk it's usually acting up like that. Okay, Miss Thing, bless up yourself. Miss Thing says she reach work, so. Yours is perfect. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for responding. All right, let us move on. We are on to the book of the 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the sun, under the cloud, that is, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. Moses did have baptism? He could. I don't remember reading that. Did y'all ever read that? That Moses... I don't remember Moses having baptisms. I don't remember having read that. But I don't know, I can't remember everything. But I don't remember Moses having any baptism. But anyway, it says here in 1 Corinthians that, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat. I think this is probably figuratively speaking. If you all think differently, you are free to share. Remember, say no, and I preach too, you know, we just read and analyze the Bible for ourselves, the layman way. You understand me, Miss Thing? Right. Is he figuratively speaking here that these people were under the laws of Moses? They were so committed to what Moses had taught them that he has compared it to the teachings now of Jesus. Is that what you are getting? That's what my highly intellectual brain is getting. What Jules say? Me either. What can I say? It's figurative. Okay. All right. So let's move along. God says it's figurative, not physical. Okay, wonderful. Verse 4. And did all drink the same spiritual drink, For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. When Moses did that teach them never have no Christ yet. They weren't talking about Christ yet. Right, Car? Did I miss something here? Wait, there's something wrong here, so. Something wrong with my phone. Verse 5 said, but with many of them, God was not well pleased. Wanna hear that? But with many of them, God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things, or as they also lusted. Verse 7. Only one rock, or God says, only one rock divide speaks of, and that's rock in Jesus. So that again, God. Only one rock divide speaks of. Me not get me think one word missing. Only one rock divide speaks of, and that's rock in Jesus. I don't get what you want. I want to wait for you to say what is it that exactly what you wanted to say before we move on. Are you going to, or should we just move right along? I don't know why my phone isn't working this morning. You know me pay my bill. Remember, Jesus Christ was always there from the beginning. Hold up. God says, hold on, God, come explain that for me now, please. Come explain it for me. Good morning. I wish them not you. Good morning, sis. What's up? British, what's up?
I'm here.
Okay, you here. Yeah, what you said just now? You say, remember Christ was always there from the beginning? Why am I lost?
John chapter 1.
John chapter 1. What John chapter 1 say? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Put down the falcon, I'm with you. John chapter 1 verse what?
Read from verse 1.
From verse 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shines in darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. How far are we going with this? God, that was
up to about 14.
Good Lord Jesus. That was the true light, which lights every man that comes into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believed on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, and We beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Where did we just go?
So in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
was the what?
The Word.
Right, the word. And the word you just read became flesh and dwelt among us.
Oh, so is it therefore saying that Christ was in existence all along? Because if they think their God was in existence, then of course their Christ would have been in existence all along. But he was the one who presented them with the word, and then now in the New Testament, he is presenting as flesh. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because in the beginning, Genesis says in the beginning, God created heaven and earth,
Mm.
and the earth was without form and void, and
Izzy,
darkness.
what's up? How are you doing, Izzy? I haven't seen you in a long time. Good morning, love. Go on, cut. I'm hearing you.
In the beginning,
Mm.
God created heaven and earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was. I'm trying to remember it. I'm not really.
Yes, and darkness was upon the face of the earth, and
Darkness was upon
yes.
the face, right? And the Spirit of God moved upon the water, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So, um, we see God, we see the Spirit, and we see the Word, all three together, because it's the Word that became flesh and dwelt among us, the same Word that was there from the beginning, as you just read in John. Because all things was created by Him, Jesus Christ.
You done?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
Izzy says,
according to
go ahead.
according to First Corinthians, all things was created by Christ, and with Him, without Him, there was nothing that was created. Was He created everything, Jesus Christ. So from the beginning, He was the one there doing all of that.
Yeah. What I was saying is that in Moses' time, they never mentioned a Christ.
No,
Right. So that's why I was saying that now in the New Testament, now they are mentioning the Christ, because now this narrative has shown this Christ having come and all these things. But before, they were not mentioning him because it was just them and their God. Am I right? Or
but
do you think
yeah, the
I'm
thing is that you really can't separate the three. All
okay?
along,
So back then he was in a different form. Is that where we're going with
exactly.
this?
Yeah, because the if you look at the reason why Moses never the read the Bible's explanation of why Moses wasn't um, allowed to go over to the promised land is because he struck the rock, and that rock was a symbolism of Christ.
You don't say. Really?
Hold on.
Is that why Moses didn't go across? Come on now, talk to me, people. Y'all, I know that that wasn't why he was not allowed to go across. But what was the purpose for the additional punishment? Don't they say they don't know where Moses died or where what happened to his body? Let us continue along until Sister Cad comes back, because Cad is going to come back and share her thoughts with us. Now y'all know that I don't I don't mind y'all sharing your thoughts if you feel that there is something that you can add to the live, you know, I sincerely appreciate it, because even though I am just reading it, I don't want to just read and not have at least some comprehension of what I am reading. You know, we are not over here trying to convert anybody, but in the same breath, I want to understand the narrative that's being presented here, and how it went, what they were thinking when they were writing, and to sort of form those characters in my mind as I read, and see the, get a feel of the scenery and the characters in the story and what was going on, right? And that what happened when you read a book. Yeah, when I read a book and the book takes me into the entire story, and where the story is happening, and what's going on with the characters in the story. And because the Bible is not compiled in chronological order, we have to go back and forth to make the connections. Okay? I think it was because he was this. Okay, Jude says he think it's because he was disobedient. Um, what was he disobedient with? What was he disobedient with? Was he doing things that he had? And this he we are talking about here is Moses. Was he doing things in your, yes, Sister Izzy, you kind of bring it to life in your head, like this is what happened, the whole scene comes in front of you when you are reading it. Yes, that makes you understand it a little bit better. um Pastor, mean pastor, you here? Eh? Eh? Beryl Blue, and you not take care of your church members them. Pastor, what's up? Good morning to you, my love. Yeah, he said he struck the rock more than once. So, as Akkad was saying something about Moses having struck the rock, that the rock was a representation of Christ.
I'm here.
Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of clarification. All right, talk to me, Cad.
Oh no, I wasn't getting clarification. I was answering a call.
Oh, sorry, I look at me there, I wait for you.
Yeah, but
It's
no, but I mean, we can either look it up now or we can look it up later and
yeah, we can
uh,
talk. We can talk about it
or-
later. We can talk about it later. Let us continue. Let us continue, guys. Something wrong with my phone, but I don't know what. I'm block them block me. Hold on there. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I don't know, but something is wrong. But let us continue reading anyway. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, we are on to verse 6. Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
yeah, this rose up when the Bible talks about rose up to play in the Hebrew language. What that means is um like a modern day drunkenness and dancing naked
Yes,
and
going to them ramping shop. Yes,
yeah.
they meet and drink and talk about the word, and as them get up, just like modern day people in a church, they go to church and them so them claim to be filled with the Holy Spirit, and them you
Oh no
know
no no
and then when them
no
get up, and I saw when them get up and come out, then go back go do what them a do.
no when you say no, I'm saying when the Bible says rose up to play, even in the Old Testament, it says,
Eh.
people eat and drink and rose up to play. I think it's in mm, somewhere around Exodus or Deuteronomy when God come and struck them because they were they built an idol and they start dancing and man with man, woman with woman, that kind of thing.
Is that what they consider to be the play?
Yeah, when they say rose up to play, it means that kind of
So could it not be when it says that they sit down to eat, that means they sit down to have serious business, to have communication about their religion, to have a serious coming together, and then as soon as they get up from there, they go idle, they go to play, they go to do whatever they want to do without the consciousness of what was just
yes, something like a Sodom and Gomorrah kind of thing. Just out there, just doing whatever.
just doing that. Yeah, once they, yes. So I'm putting that in context with like people who go to church. So some of them, I should say, you go to church, you feel serious when you get in there. Pastor start preaching, you feel like everything is serious. Yes, you start examining your soul and what you are doing or what you are not doing. And while you are there in that moment, in the presence of the people and the pastor and everything, and you feel that there's a God and there's a spirit that moving in the church, yeah, it's serious business at that time. But as soon as the pastor say amen, and you come up, and you come out, you run go fornicate again. You're going back to your fornication, you're going back to your adultery, you're going back to doing whatever you're doing. And then 7 days later, you go back to fill up again. Any similarities? Or I'm just thinking way ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just saying, gentle people. All right. Let us move right along. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000 of them. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted him, and were destroyed by serpents. Neither murmur, as some of them had murmured, and were destroyed by the destroyer. Now all these things happened unto them for an example, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. All right, so now hear that. These things are written so that you will learn what happened to the people before you, so that it will drive the fear of the living God into you, so you will not do it. Okay. Yeah. Just like in our cultures, we learn from the experiences of others in various ways. If it is about whatever tree, bush, herb, whatever you're going to use, you know that somebody would have died having eaten that fruit before you would have known that that fruit was poisonous to you, right? It's the same thing they are saying here. Because of the examples that were set back then, that's why there is the teaching for you now, not to do what they did, for fear that you will suffer the same fate. Do I sound like that sound right, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us continue. Now all these things happened unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore, let him that thinks he stands take heed, lest he fall. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that he may be able to bear it. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men. Judge ye what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? For we, being many, are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifices? Are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? That what say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. You gotta be one or the other, right, AG? Let us continue. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. What that mean? Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. Ikad, Trev, you know how long I sitting here waiting on you? Sitting in the park. Hey, G! Oh, is,
Now,
yeah.
hear you rising up to play now.
Exactly. All right, let me get back to serious business. Serious business. No rising up to play. Eh? God, yourself read Numbers 20, verse 10 to 13.
Correct.
Let me see how that tying. You look like something block me off alive. Me don't know. I want me do, I want me say. Because my live now come up. So I don't know what happened. Anyway. Numbers chapter 20 and verse 10. Verse 10, let's see what it says. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice. And the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believed me not, to sacrifice me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. Where did we
I
just...
think he told them to strike it once.
And he struck it twice? So what would it matter whether or not he struck it twice? If he
Well, that way You're gonna have to ask the Lord.
Oh, like if he strike it once or he strike it twice, a strike is a strike. Hey, the people got the water to drink, but me not understand why he was being punished. Make we read that again, people. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice.
So then let's see if he did tell him to strike it once.
Did he tell him to strike it only once?
Yeah, read a little bit before and see if it's only once he tell him to strike it.
All right, let's see. Make we go back up to. Make we go back here, so. And nobody now run with them. We can always read it. All right. Roy say, because he struck it in anger.
I'm gonna mute it because I'm on the road walking. Only when you say something, I'm gonna
Okay.
take it up.
Okay. Make we read this. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month. And the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. You remember Miriam was Moses' sister, right? And there was no water for the congregation. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. So the people now they are angry because they don't have no water. And because Moses and Aaron are their leaders, they are upset with them. All right? And the people showed with Moses and spake, saying, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord? And and why have he brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die here? And wherefore have he made us to come up out of Egypt, to bring us into this evil place? It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water. And thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock, so thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts to drink. So God tell him, speak to the rock, and it in his anger, him strike the rock instead of just speaking to the rock.
Yes, exactly.
Oh. Oh, now that makes sense. So, God told him, speak to the rock so the rock can give water for him, for the people and the cattle. And instead of just speaking to the rock, him take brute force and anger and struck the rock. Not once, but twice. Him struck the rock. Ain't that something?
And then he called the people rebel.
And then him called the people. Him them take after. Him them take after right. Okay. Andrea, what's up? How you doing? The edgy says, seeing your face make my day. Can you imagine, darling? Yeah. I am thankful that I can make somebody's day. Me not gonna get two strikes like Moses get a rock. Okay, me I gonna just talk to you. Like Moses should have. All right? I will just speak to you and water will come forth. Anywho, can we just continue? Let us not rise up to play. Let us continue. Let us continue with the reading. Sister Izzy says, have a great day. Sister in the chat, I'm happy I was able to catch you. I appreciate you, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have yourself a great day, my love, and we will talk later. All right, let us continue, gentle people. We are going back now to the First Corinthians. We have clarified what we're talking about Moses. So let's go back now to the Corinthians. We were at verse Which verse we're going to read verse 14. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men. Judge he what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? For we, being many, are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh. Are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. And I would not that he should have fellowship with devils. He cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devils. He cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord? Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. Thank you all for the follow, guys. Andrea, is that you? You come, you finally come. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no question for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no questions for conscience sake. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that for which I give thanks? Whether therefore ye eat or drink, or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God. So I'm saying if you go somewhere, if you are invited to a feast, and the person who invite you is an unbeliever, they give you food to eat it. Only food him not want you to eat is if they have sacrificed this food to idols. Because after they make the sacrifices, they will eat the food afterwards. So he said if them sacrifice this food to idols and then put it before you, no, don't eat it. But even though they are unbelievers, you can still sit and eat with them.
Knowledge of you knowing that they did that?
Say that again.
Isn't that with the knowledge of you knowing that they offered it to sacrifice?
I guess, because what if you don't know? If you don't know that this food had been offered as a sacrifice and you eat it, well, it's I doubt you would be judged for that, huh? Because you wouldn't be judged for what you don't know. It's 31 says, whether therefore we eat or drink or whatsoever we do all to the glory of God. Give none offense, neither to the Jews, nor to the Gentiles, nor to the church of God. Even as I please all men in all things, not seeking mine own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved. All right, that is the end of the 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Look like them block me off alive. Come here. I don't know what happened, guys. Hold on there. Let me restart the phone because something got to be wrong. After me not still nothing on live for them block it. But anyway, let us continue. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Andrea, how are you doing, my love? Let us move right along. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Now, Paul, this still a talk, God. Isn't this still Paul talking? Saying, be ye followers of me, even as I am follower of Christ. Now,
Exactly.
right, okay. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. All right, so here Paul telling the people them, whatever I'm telling them, he is teaching, whatever he has taught them to do, that is what he wants them to be committed to doing. Okay, let us continue.
But I think what he's doing is not like taking the glory to say, well, he's their God. He's telling them to follow me as I follow Christ. So it's not me you're following. Ultimately, it's Christ himself.
Okay, okay, understood. Let us continue, gentle people. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonors his head. Hold on. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonors his head. So a man praying or prophesying can't have his head covered, God? Is that what this is saying? How is God gone?
I'm here.
Yeah, is that what it's saying here? Every man praying or prophesying, if he has his head covered, he has dishonored his head?
Yeah.
All right. But every woman that prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven. Oh, so a woman who is praying or prophesying must cover her head, but a man shouldn't. I wonder why they make that distinction, though. Why is that so? I guess as we read along, we're going to figure out why. First Corinthians 11 verse 5 said, verse 4, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonors his head. So the man's head must be uncovered. Oh no, hold on, let me make a little note here, so. Okay. And verse 5 says, but every woman that prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head, for that is even all one as if she was shaven. Ain't that something? But I think them said the woman no allowed to prophesy.
Huh?
I think them said the woman no allowed to prophesy.
Woman is not allowed to teach.
Then when you prophesy, I not teach that?
No.
No?
Because if you look at the various gifts that have been given, some is prophet, some is teacher, some is elder, some is bishop, some is pastor. So they all have different.
So they all have different roles in this gospel here? Are they preaching and teaching the same thing with the same objective, with the same goal?
A prophecy, like if somebody prophesy, remember when they used to call the prophets to tell them the future, or to bring a word from God as to what they should do about this situation or that. Yeah. So I won't consider that teaching of the word.
Oh, okay.
It's just a word of wisdom or knowledge uh, from God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let us continue, lovely people. Michibu, bless up and nice clean self. Sis, how you doing? Let us continue. Verse 6 says, "For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered." So if she is going to uncover herself, she have to go shave her head. But if not, she gotta cover it up.
Yeah.
Oh, just about to stay with you. Just about to go to bed. You was up on live all night. Let us continue, gentle people. Verse 7. "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of the man." For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. Oh, Michibu. Oh, Jesus. A different Michibu, my love. Michibu, my love. That is my Australian sister. That's my Australian Michibu. There's my Australian Michibu, and then there's my New York Michibu. I didn't even realize that the 51 was after your name, which means that you are my Australian sister. How are you doing, my love? Good to see you. Yeah, I know it's night for you now. All right, let us continue. Let us continue. "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." Here you know. Here you know.
Well, the woman, according to Genesis, the woman God pulled from the side of Adam.
Right.
So the woman came from the man.
So now, oh God. So it is now a literal and a religious thing. Now it is now a social structure that the woman is for. I can't even find the words. So now, because God said, well, Adam needed a helpmeet, and he took a rib from Adam and created Eve, the woman, and he says, now I give you whatever he had said to Adam at that time. He gave Adam Eve as his helpmeet and whatever. So now this has been taken into a social construct where now it says the woman is made for the man, not the man for the woman. So the woman must serve the man, not the man to serve the woman. Now this is where this kind of submissiveness come from, where men want to insist that women be submissive to them, because women was created for them and not them for women. So them not owe the woman, not the woman owe them everything. No could have fooled me.
No,
Let me read what Luke say here. You see, from when them have woman and the man has. You see what I mean, Luke? Yes. Yes, this a look like say I put woman and the man as. I say, listen. Listen. What you say, God?
The Lord himself says he made the woman for a helpmeet. So, if I'm a helpmeet, to me, it symbolizes me walking side by side with you, not behind you.
Well, we see here that in their society it meant more than that.
Mm-hmm.
It meant more that the woman is a second class citizen. She only take orders from the man. She can't give no orders. She can't tell him what to do. She can't make no suggestions.
Well, not gearing into politics, but that's exactly what Project 2025 wants to go back to.
Yeah, because they are serious about some kind of ancient Christian doctrine
Yeah.
about the treatment of women and that sort of thing. Them could have fooled me. Let me read
Oh,
this again, people. Me I gonna read it again for those of you who didn't hear. Well, I mean, I know. I look at the people in black me card. I don't know why me live now come up from my phone. I don't know what happened. Normally, my live would have come up on my phone, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, let me
well,
continue.
I'm having some issues. I don't know if it's because I'm walking on the street or what, but you're going in and out for me.
Oh, it's because you're walking. Everybody else is seeing just fine. So
Okay.
let us read that again, gentle people. For if the woman be not covered, that means if her head be not covered, let her also be shorn or shaven. She have to shave her head if she be not covered. But if it's a shame for the woman to be shaven, let her be covered. So you know it per their culture, woman not supposed to cut her hair. She's not supposed to shave off her head. So since you're not shaven, you have to cover your head. Verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of the man. So you see, the man is supposed to be the glory of God, the man is closer to God, and then there is the woman behind it. There's this hierarchy where there is the God, there is the man, then there is the woman. Yeah, so the man is supposed to follow after God and then take the woman along per Judaism. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. Wait, say, now me get it. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. But all things are of God. So this is one different story here, so right? Because this is now saying the woman is of the man is of the woman. And they are both of God. But that gives me a different feeling towards the reading as opposed to what was read earlier. The reading earlier suggested that the man is responsible for the woman and the woman has no authority over the man. But now here it is saying, nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither is the woman without the man in the Lord. So was the part we were reading earlier just a social structure of the people? But now Paul is talking about in God's sight, the woman and the man are equal. But per the social structure of Judaism, the man would be considered above the woman. Is that what you all are getting? Well, you all don't have to get what I get, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, Andrea? Yeah. So verse 12 now says, for as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. but all things are of God. Judge in yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Him said, judge among yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Why am I to say a woman? One couldn't just say a person. Let us continue. Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man has long hair, is it a shame unto him? Was it a shame in ancient cultures for a man to have long hair? It wasn't. It was expected, right? Let's read that again. Judge in yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? So in other words, you must say, ask yourself that question. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man has long hair, is it a shame unto him? But if a woman has long hair, is it a glory to her? For her hair is given her for a covering. Hold up there, hold up there. Kadoy.
To explain Samson.
Yes, because, hold on. So the man is supposed to shave his head, but the woman is supposed to keep her hair long? I thought back then they wore their hair long. The men. Because remember, you remember when we were reading about right after Ahaz died, and the king that took over after Ahaz died. You remember he fell through the roof in the upstairs of his house and injured himself badly. What was his name again? I don't remember. But it was the king after King Ahaz. After King Ahaz had gone to the battle and died, the king that took over after him, he fell through the roof of the house from the upper room, and he injured himself so badly. And he had sent the messengers to go ask the false god whether or not he was going to die. And on their way, they met with Elijah. You remember how they described Elijah? A hairy man with long hair, hairy, with a leather thing around his waist. And remember, Elijah was considered to be one of the great men of God, and he had the long hair. So what are they saying here? Me not, me not get it. Something not connect right here. So, but make we continue.
Unless they're saying that this now is the
Isn't it? Is what the new order? The new socially acceptable dress code for the men?
I guess in the under grace.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
That's all I can say.
All right, we are gonna read that again, gentle people. Just don't forget to hit the like button, guys, and don't forget to tap your screen. I don't know the thing go. But anyway, let us continue. We're going to read this today again. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. We'll continue. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, but all things of God. So judging yourselves, is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. But if any man seems to be contentious, we have no such costume, neither the churches of God. Suzanne, what's up? How you doing, Suzanne? So how do I mention that I like your energy? I can't judge you for your reading. Suzanne, I am here reading, my love, trying to understand what is being said in this Bible here that's being given to us. This is not a religious study. There is no affiliation to any religion, my love. We are reading the book that was given to us. Yeah, because we want to examine the contents of this book. Okay? So here we go. Verse 17 says, now in this that I declare unto you, I praise you not, that he come together, not for the better, but for the worse. Huh? For first of all, when ye come together in the church, I hear that there be divisions among you, and I partly believe it. For there must be also hearsay among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you. When ye come together therefore into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, every one takes before other his own supper. And one is hungry, and another is drunk. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of God, and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Jesus, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye, as often as ye drink it, in remembrance of me. At the sound of communion, right? This is the communion where they say drink the blood and eat the bread, which is the body of Christ, and the wine, which is the blood. Verse 26 says, for as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, he do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. What make you unworthy now? What would make somebody be considered unworthy of drinking this blood and eating this bread? Anybody got any say about that? Donald, welcome. How you doing?
there he was talking to them about coming in church and being all holy, and then when they leave, they go out and do their own thing.
Oh, so that's what it means. So then they would be unworthy. Is that is no?
I would say so. If you go to church on Sunday and then the rest of the week you're out cussing, thief, stealing, doing whatever, you know.
You get up and go play.
Yeah.
Okay. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eats and drinks unworthily eats and drinks damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. Okay? So many are weak, sickly, and dead because they have drunk from the cup and eaten the bread of communion unworthily.
Yeah, because he's telling you to examine yourself. You know what you did. You know where you were when you were not in church.
Oh, okay, okay. Cause you know when I was a little kid, and they would have communion at church, we always sneak go round our back if you go get the leftover bread, and them say no, you can't eat. If you eat, you're dead. What? They say you can't eat the leftover bread. Them have to bury it. Anybody else about that experience? Them say you can't eat the leftover bread. Because the bread is blessed and sanctified or whatever. So if you eat that bread, you're not worthy. So I guess this is where they got that from, eh? Because those who are not worthy and them eat the bread, then get weak, then get sick or they die. Oh, I'm glad they never made me eat it because I didn't want to die. Let us continue. Let us continue. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. If we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastised of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hungers, let him eat at home. If you're hungry, go eat in your yard. If any man hungers, let him eat at home, that he come not together unto condemnation. And the rest will I set in order when I come. Paul said one whole heap of things right there to the card. He has said a whole lot. Right, Lottie? He has said a whole lot in the 1 Corinthians chapter 11 right there. And I am still at a loss. Who else? Anybody else at a loss like me? Anybody else at a loss like me? Me I forgot cover my head and go kneel down in the closet and read this again and see if me get an enlightening. I swear that's how I feel. I gotta tell you all, guys, that's exactly how I feel after having read that this morning, to be honest with you. What say you, Cod?
Either that or go shave your head.
Or either that time I go shave my head, right? I mean, I go shave my head, so I definitely have to go cover my head and kneel down in the closet and read that again and see if me get an enlightening. I don't know if chapter 12 is going to give us any, but I hadn't planned on reading chapter 12 this morning. I don't know if chapter 12 might give us a little bit of clarification.
I think 12 is talking about love.
12 is talking about love.
Love and charity, I think.
So it's something totally different from what we just read in 11, right?
Remember, this Corinthians here, Paul was writing to a very carnal church, a church that was really out of order, church
Oh,
that had sons sleeping with the father's wife and all these kind of things.
uh-huh.
Uh, so, as you just read there, he said, I'm sending this letter to you, but
Mm-hmm.
I can put other stuff in order when I come. But for now, this is what you do. This is the precedence that I'm setting here.
Uh-huh.
Right? I will put, I guess, line upon line and precept upon precept for you to follow.
Okay. Okay. Now I get you. Now I get you. So then chapter 12 we don't have to get into for this morning then, right? We will have to leave chapter 12 for tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. We leave chapter 12 for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll read 12, 13. We have 14 long. Tomorrow we'll read 12, 13, and 14. Because we'll have a little bit more time to stay on the live tomorrow. Um, coffee, toffee. What's going on, my love? How are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you. Um, Taffy says, Miss Debunking Queen. Child, I tell you, I have to, you can't just give me something and tell me, say, take this. And I don't examine it to see. What is you give me? Yeah, what am I supposed to take this and do with it? I mean, what is your objective? Where we are go with this? You understand? Yeah. Me have to examine it. No, see. The other card, Kadoy, yeah, 10 stories in a one people. We done with the Bible, but we still got to talk. Let me see what Andrea said first before me say what me just say. Andrea said, why the woman ear is an issue? Isn't your ear your beauty and um enhance your face? I'm confused.
Or here's an issue.
And unnecessarily, they must say they said two things here. Because first them say the woman's here. Hold on there. I want them say again, you're so card. Coffee. Honestly, me tell you, say, I tell you that I'm gonna have to read this again. I gotta cover my head and get into the closet and go
God
read
is,
this thing again. Because
God is the glory of man, and the man is the glory of the woman. So if the woman is gonna pray, let the woman cover her head. If she don't want to cover her head, then
she have to shave her head like the man.
yeah,
And then I was wondering too, if back in that culture the men were allowed to wear their hair long.
right.
So me not understand it. Or you say, well, the men must be shaven. So there's a cultural conflict right there that I am not able to debunk. I tell you, yes, Coffee. We need to ask questions. Some people are just sheep, them just take anything, they just go along. Just like Santiago says. Santiago say he could unalive all 200 of his sheeps. He said he could unalive all 200 of his sheep, and it wouldn't be until he has unalived the last one that they will realize what was happening to them. Ain't that something? Yeah, no sheep around here. You can't just get up and a follow blindly so. Like blind Bartimaeus. Not no go so. Susan said me like coffee. Me not drink coffee, Susan. I don't drink coffee, sweetheart. No, my coffee, I make my coffee with like things like dandelion, roasted dandelion. I make my coffee with things like roasted tamarind seeds. Those are my kinds of coffee with some roasted turmeric Yeah, that's what I use to make that's what I call my coffee. Not the coffee you all drink. That give me palpitations. But anyway, yes, Andrea. So I don't know about that part. I don't know how when we read it again, we can discuss it again. Because right now, me not feel like me not feel like we can discuss it. I don't think I can put up a reasonable defense for why the Bible say that about the woman's here right now. All right, gentle people. But anyway, what I was going to talk about, God, me remember if me and you, maybe me and you did a talk about it. You remember we did talk about the that Mr. Man there, what they run independent. You remember we did a talk about him? I mean, I said something about him, me not trust, me not understand something about him because me not understand how comes his own family, how comes his own family has come out and blatantly told the world that they are not supporting him. I mean, I say something has got to be wrong when they are not supporting him and when he is moving away from the foundation of his family. How about yesterday? How about yesterday? I saw a video. A lady I follow on TikTok did a video playing a conversation between him and you. Eh?
All over now.
Having a conversation with you know who, and the plot is to support you know who and drag. And Coffee says at work, have yourself a great morning, my love. Be safe out there. Be safe. Alrighty? We will talk. Eh?
Know who point out who it is so they know.
Exactly. Exactly. So for those of you who don't know it, we cannot talk a little bit of politics. If you don't know what we talk about, a little bit of politics. So if you can follow along. Roy says sometimes because of sickness, the woman can lose her ear, but if she have long hair, it's her bleeding. What do you mean, Roy? I think you swipe and spell. You swipe and spell, man. When you swipe and spell, it usually put words there that you don't intend to put. Oh, it's our blessings. Okay, the long hair is our blessing. Oh, well, I would think that anybody is here. You know, and your hair is your beauty. I drink coffee, but I try not to copy. What do you mean? What do you mean, Suze? All right. Yes, Cad. So for those of you who are listening. So yesterday there was a recording of a conversation was released online. And that conversation was between the person who is running as an independent in America. You know, it's election season in America. The person who's running as an independent in America having a conversation with
Republican person that's running.
Exactly, with the Republican representative. And the conversation clearly is a collusion. It is the two of them together plotting against the Democratic Party. So the people who keep saying, oh, I'm not going to vote Democrat this time because, you know, you have some kind of gross, you some kind of axe you got to grind with the Democratic Party, and you're definitely not voting for the Republican Party. You're going to vote independent. Mark, if you vote independent, you are voting for the Republican Party, because that is the plot between Kennedy and Trump to get the people to not vote Democrat, but to vote independent, which means that they will be taking away from um, votes from the Democratic Party. Ain't that something? Who would have thought that?
Maybe,
Eh?
maybe they see something in the Constitution or some clause hidden somewhere that he can take his votes and give it to Trump. Maybe.
Who knows? Oh no! But who would have thought that a Kennedy? That's what I said from the beginning, because I said, I don't trust this man. There is something about him that does not resonate loyalty to me. The way he talks, you listen to him, he sounds learned, even though he doesn't have that fiery delivery. But you can listen and make sense out of what he's saying, because what he's saying, some of what he's saying does make sense, but there's something about him to me that rings the bell of disloyalty. And I just felt that way for no particular reason. And then when I saw that his family was not supporting him in his political endeavors, I was like, they have got to know something that I don't know. Why wouldn't they be supporting him? Yeah. And now I know what they know. Now I know what they know. So that brings me back into myself talking about me not the politics, I don't do politics because politics is divisive. I don't do religion because religion is very divisive. But
Yet here you are talking
yet
about
here I am reading Bible and talking about Trump, about Trump and Kennedy and Biden. I can't escape it. These are the two inescapable evils of the world. You can't escape, because whatever fruits that politics bear, you can be sure that you're going to eat of it. Because if it's a law them coming with about home ownership, about your job, about your car, about life in general, you are going to eat of it, because it is going to affect you regardless of how you vote or how you believe. It's going to affect you. And the same with religion. If there is a religious order that your society accepts as law, it is going to affect you. You see over there in Texas, in Louisiana, they have signed, the Governor Landry in Louisiana signed a bill about a month ago that says the 10 commandments must be erected in every classroom from kindergarten up to university of every school that accepts public funds. Whether you are a religious person or not, if you are in Louisiana, you are going to school, in the public school, that is going to affect you. So it's like you can't escape. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. You are going to, I don't know if they're going to modify the curriculum to ensure that, because I said the teachers need to teach it. Like, excuse them, what? The teachers need to teach the 10 commandments. Heaven help us. But anyway, yes, so regardless of what side of the fence you are standing on, just know that you are going to be affected by the laws of the land no matter what. So politics and religion, we can't escape.
teachers into Sunday school teachers now.
Where's the card?
Making the teachers into Sunday school teachers.
Exactly. Now the poor teacher, them get up out of them bed. Them have stress with their husband, stress with their wife, stress with their children, stress with their job, stress with them bills what they can't pay. Y'all ain't paying them enough. Teachers ain't getting paid enough as it is. Let alone if you go take them, if you go turn pastor in a classroom, if you go tell them, if you go to teach Pitney about the 10 commandments. Children are going to ask questions. Where the 10 commandments come from? Who write it? White for? Da 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 da. Of course, there are some of what the 10 commandments presents that are considered to be pertinent. thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Those I consider to be pertinent. But if you are going to present it to the children from a religious perspective, you are pushing one religion over another. What happened to that poor little Muslim child who is sitting there? What happened to that poor little Hindu child who is sitting there? What happened to that poor little child who is sitting there from any other of the 1 million religions and denominations? What are you gonna say? You're gonna just push one order and say, so then America would not be a democracy at all.
Well, that's what they're pushing for.
Yeah, that's their point. Then we would have no business talking about America being a democratic country, because that wouldn't be democracy. You understand?
That's their ultimate goal.
That's their goal. That is their goal. Andrea said they have shady intentions, but who to judge? Desperate time. Yes, they do have shady intentions. I could understand if your intention is to sort of sanitize the minds of children and at that impressionable age, redirect their thinking. But you have to be mindful that when it comes to religion, even the religious people themselves cannot agree. You understand? Hence, we have all these denominations using the one Bible, claim to be serving the same God, and claim to have the same Satan. You understand? And even so, with all the division that they have, you're going to put a poor lowly teacher in the midst of children with impressionable minds, children who are curious and asking questions, to tell her to teach them ABC, reading, writing, and arithmetic, and then you want the teacher to also teach them religion? At that age, to be telling them about 10 commandments? Who am I to say? You are getting what is reality, deeper understanding. Well, that's what we are hope for, right? To read and get an understanding and to grow intellectually. And it's not the big words what you can't find or whatever, but it's your thought process. It's the think. You don't have to run with the usual narrative. You don't have to take what somebody hands you and run with it. You don't have to do that. You have to stop and examine what is being handed to you and see, does this seem right? Just examine yourself, because there's a way that seemeth right. Right, legend? There is a way that seems right. Legend.
Good morning.
Morning, my love. How you doing? How you doing? Bless up your nice clean self.
Bless up your nice clean self. How can I feel that I have my face?
What kind of what?
Filter.
What kind of filter? In my face?
Your cheeks them look rosy and your lip them look red.
And trust me, over the tube, I have no filter and they look just the same. Cheek them rosy.
If it's white, look like your bleach.
So them a bleach, out, them skin them a bleach. We look like a browning.
Why TikTok put US elections and them thing by your page?
Where say?
Why TikTok put the US elections?
Me say,
to learn more about it by your page.
TikTok want a slap. That me want to tell you. Nothing. Just know. I finished reading the Bible and I was saying that I saw a video yesterday where they were playing a recording of a conversation between Trump and Kennedy, and the conversation between Trump and Kennedy proves what I thought all along, that Trump and Kennedy were colluding to get together against the Democratic Party, even though Kennedy was presenting himself as an independent and drawing people from the Democratic Party to his independent party, for the vote, thinking that this independent party was just going to stand in the middle without any affiliation with either. But this recording that was played yesterday proved otherwise. That he was in collusion with, he is
Well,
in collusion
the
with
recording,
Trump.
there was an actual recording of the conversation.
An actual recording. He was having a conversation at his home. They say wherever it was, he was having this conversation, and somebody. So it most likely would have been one of his family members. Because remember, his family isn't supporting him in this endeavor, you know. So I had said before that they know something that I do not know. Why are they not supporting him? And now he's having this conversation with Trump, and somebody recorded the conversation and posted it on X. So
Just recently.
I heard it yesterday. So the conversation is now all over the internet. And it shows clearly.
And which candidate about?
There's Robert Kennedy's son who is now running.
The current candidate about?
Him a run for, yeah, he's now running as an independent. But most people thought that him running as an independent, he was just by himself in the middle between the two other major wings. But it's clear that he's not so much an independent, but rather in collusion with Trump on that side there.
Back to I had a thought. You know, my mind is like this sometimes. And by no means am I making any assertions by the way, but
Paulo.
back to the Bible for a little bit. There's this prophecy in Revelation, you see, that talks about the Antichrist, and how him with his policies, would come and change the world, the world economy and all that, and and that he was expected to be wounded in the head, and that he would recover, and all the world would be amazed and all that, at his, and that he would bring about peace and all that stuff like that, and I thought to myself, that some prophecies, you see, can be subjective, right? Based on what the person was seeing at the time, when you wrote the prophecy. And I'm wondering, you see, if that wound, you see, right, that the Bible says that the Antichrist will receive could be like a shot in the ear, which is still a part of the head, and whether or not Donald Trump, could be, the man of lawlessness, as the Bible
Speaks
describes.
of.
As the Bible speaks of.
I can neither say yea nor nay, to be honest with you. I can
No,
neither say.
I know still, but this is a thought that I've been having.
It's
This is a thought that I've been having.
yeah, it's good that you have that thought. It could be. It could be, but who am I? I don't know, but all possibilities are on the table.
That's something.
Right, Renata? All possibilities are on the table, my friend. Trust me. Roy say, remember they did take the Bible out of school here in the US, but they see so many crime now. Yes, they are taking the Bible out for the very reason that they said that there should be a separation of church and state.
So then take out the guns.
But they're not taking out the guns. That is the thing. And
Whether or not you say you believe the Bible is true or not, we have to understand, you see, that as it relates to Judaism, you see, Judaism and Judaism and beliefs and teaching, you see, for many years, the peace that has been in the world has been as a result of Judaism, right? And now you see a lot of things happening, right? It's now as a result of it would be like morality being removed basically, right?
Okay.
There's no moralistic standard, basically, right? When you remove the Bible, right, which teaches us, right, especially when you look at the teachings of Jesus and all that, you know, about forgiveness and peace and all that, and you know, it seems as if there is this push to discredit the teachings of the Bible, right? You know, as being fiction, you know, and that Jesus wasn't real, and you know, because if you get people to believe that he wasn't real and that his teachings aren't real, you know, then it's okay to live like the devil in, because this man called Jesus wasn't real and his teachings weren't real, you know. So you know, I can live any way I want to live, and you know.
But the thing is with that, not to
Yeah.
cut you, but the thing with that is with the taking out of the Bible out of schools. I, for one, I didn't have a problem with it. Why? Not for any reason of saying, turning your back on religion or anything like that, but because it would be unfair for all these children who are of different religious convictions per their family, who are in the public school system, and then to be subjected to the Bible, which is used by Christians. If you are going to present the Bible in this America, that is a democracy. If you are going to present the Bible in the school, then you have to present the Quran and all them other books, the Torah and everything else for the yeah. Because
Answer this question.
because you don't want to just push. Yes, America say come one, come all. You can't just push one religion on people because America is made up of so many other different religions.
America styles itself, you know, as a Christian nation, you know.
Well, yes.
That's why.
Well, yes. So they have two hands in the pot. Them is confused. Look at some other country. When you go to like the Emirates and those places, these people have their law. If you come from another country, and even if you come there to live for the rest of your life, the people are not going to change their laws to please you. They are not going to change their foundational laws to accommodate every single visitor that comes in. No, that is where America went wrong, because America had not one leg to stand on in the beginning. Everybody who comes in, they try to accommodate. That is confusion. If you get up every morning and you have 7 children, hold on, if you have 7 children in your household, and every morning you get up, each child wants something different for breakfast. And you go and stand up in the kitchen, and you're gonna make egg for one, you make bulgur porridge for one, you make cornmeal porridge for one, you make some kind of quesadilla, some kind of... What kind of confusion is that? That's utter confusion. So all you have to say is that for this confusion not to happen, listen, I am not going to be making breakfast. I'm not going to be making breakfast in the mornings. Everybody get up, make their own breakfast. So eliminate that confusion. America entertain the confusion where everybody comes in with a different view, with a different ideology. They're entertaining. They're trying to accommodate everybody. And now they have found themselves at a state of confusion. Utter confusion, because you realize that you definitely cannot. You cannot entertain every ideology. You cannot entertain every idea. You cannot entertain every religion. You cannot make provisions for every single religion and denomination that comes about, that crops up from under some bed and behind some cellar. You cannot. So you have to lay down one law. I say, you know something, this is what I am going to go by, but I am not going to stop the rest of you from going by what you want to go by. In the comfort of your home, practice your own religion. Yeah, that's just how I feel.
But this is what we stand for. Even
Hey, boo.
Jamaica. Look at it. This is even Jamaica.
Boy, your lawlessness is all we do.
Jamaica.
I'm going to give you a whooping. What you say? Talk now.
I say even with Jamaica, Jamaica is
Lovely.
a Christian country, and
Right.
we teach Christianity from from basic school come all the way up to high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, it's shown in the devotions. So even though a man might be a Rastafarian
Nixland, what's
and
up?
things like that, I've
Mm-hmm.
many times you see them talk about you know the facts of you know they don't want the child with a Rastafarian to participate in a like general devotion and all that. And it's all right, fine. If you don't want to come to general devotion, that's fine. That's it. Right? If you don't want to be a part of that, that is fine. If you're of a different religion or a different mindset, master, but it doesn't mean that we're going to stop and think, master. And I think that is
Exactly.
where it has to be. Yeah?
That
Just
it
one
well.
person and if you don't want to be a part of it, that's fine.
But the
And
thing
think, master.
is, they have their constitutional protections for these people. So you can't go back and forth and forth and back. You have to stick to what you established initially. You have to
Yeah,
stick
but
with
you know, so
it.
they
So
have
so you have to
constitutional
say,
protection for their religious beliefs, you know, right? One of the things
yeah,
that God remember. I remember they have it they've had it, you know, but it's like I said, it's like they're confused. They're trying to accommodate them, but they're trying to
exactly. And all they're brought about is a state of confusion.
and them ignore them own precepts, you know, them own rules, them own laws, and that's in the name of
They're not standing on anything. And they haven't stood on anything. So now it's too
some
late.
laws, some laws they enforce. That's they enforce gun laws as if like there's no tomorrow.
Then the
And
gun laws,
that's
what they enforce, seem like their religion to me.
yeah, yeah, that is the religion with them enforce.
Yeah, that seemed like
That's
their
everyone.
religion to me. Because
Yeah.
because what is a country? I can't believe the forefathers and stuff to think of this. Even though at the time when they wrote, they were thinking about invaders. They were thinking about the Indians rising up and coming back to take back their land. That's what they were thinking of. And that is why they were so adamant to get people from all over the world to come. Send us everybody, because they needed people to bear arms. They needed people to defend this land. Because remember, their objective was to defend this land against the owners of this land. Remember, that was their objective, you know. So they wanted everybody to come from anywhere. And they would invite people to come. Send us your poor, send us your hungry, everybody. Because people were supposed to come and take up arms against the people who were the rightful owner of this here land here. And I was something.
Yeah, and the foundation on which them say, boy, you must have a good, you know, is that you have to protect you know.
Yes, you come and you protect your, yes.
Even against a corrupt government.
Uh-huh. The government is corrupt, but they weren't worried about that. They were just worried about you, yes, you joining arms with them to protect this land from its owners. Yeah. Who say you are a God's child? Everybody say, do not compete with the vine or the branches, for everyone playing different roles. Fear who searches the heart and mind. All right, Susan.
You can't mix Christianity with the Bible. Really? How is that?
Somebody say you can't mix Christianity with the Bible. I'm not sure what a person intends to say, because Christianity, as it was first spoken of at Antioch in the Bible, it is yeah, the Bible and Christianity walks hand in hand, because in the Bible about the Christ and Christianity is based on the Christ. Two can't be separated. Yeah, they're one of the other. It says be ye holy, but what does that be ye holy means? What does that mean? Be ye holy. What qualifies you as being holy? That's one question. Answer me that if you can. Okay? Who else got something to say? Where Kado, you're so quiet.
I get out mama, you last door.
Oh,
I'm taking a shower.
what you say?
In the shower.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
shower. Oh, sorry. Sorry for disturb you.
No, I'm done now.
Oh, I need to concentrate.
But listen here.
Eh.
America, America is trying to lock up the stable, and the horse already done halfway down the road.
Not halfway, the ass gone, and can't see the ass no more. The ass,
That's the last.
ain't got any, yeah, the ass gone long time. They can't even see the tail of the ass no more. The ass done gone long time. I know they are trying to, as God say, fill up the stable. You understand? They allowed this thing to get out of control from the beginning because they didn't stand on anything. They said the Constitution say, I mean, you can't mix religion and the state and religion. So therefore, they can come to say that they're going to put the Ten Commandments into schools and the teachers, put it all on the shoulders of the poor teachers that they must teach this. So the teacher going to turn up this and teach this to the little Hindi child, and the little Muslim child, and the child from the million other religions. Come on now, are you going to stand there and teach it, and they say who is offended is offended? When I was growing up, we used to have children. We used to have devotion every morning. Every single morning you come to school, there's devotion. You know, we sing, we clap, we pray. Everybody was there. People were there of different denominations, and it didn't matter. We sang together, clap together, read the Bible together, and you go on to your class, and everybody go have a good day. The people who were like Jehovah's Witness people, they would not participate, and that was fine. They were allowed to either go to the library, stand to the side, do whatever, just not disrupt the proceedings. And everything went just fine. We never offended them. They don't offend us. They don't believe. They go mind their business, and we do what we do. But I don't think it would have been right to say to them, because you are at this school, you must participate. No. They don't have to. Why is that God?
I was saying that you said they were different denomination, but of the same faith.
Right. They were all Christians, but different denominations.
Right. This now is of different religious belief.
Whole different religion.
No, I'm saying like the whole of America now is of different beliefs. So what do you do with the Muslim teacher? Do you make her teach the Bible?
Ha! There you go. Do you ask Governor Landry and the one out of Texas and the rest of them who plan to join? If that's
they can't get a job. I guess they can't get a job teaching.
right, because if they are going to be expected to teach this Bible that not only they don't believe in, but they are going to have to modify it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. How it's a total waste of time.
It can happen, no. There are other things that we teachers teach from books, especially in history and all that. You either don't necessarily believe it true, or so, but you didn't know.
Susan got a point here. Susan says, quote, "Whoever calling themselves holy, I don't know you. For it is written, be humble, let the Holy Spirit reveal he that is holy." All right. Continue what you were saying there, legend.
I was just saying it's possible because
it's possible for them to ask a Muslim teacher to go teach Christianity, to go teach the Bible.
If you're teaching it as a subject.
But why would a Muslim teacher? I don't think a Muslim teacher would choose to go teach the Bible.
Yeah, well,
I don't think so. If she has an open mind and say, you know, we are going to evaluate, we are going to evaluate, just like our Christian teacher would teach you what the beliefs of Judaism are, and they would teach you also what the belief of Hinduism, because that's how I got to know anything about those things. It wasn't from a teacher from it wasn't a Hindi teacher who taught me about what the Hindus believed in. It wasn't a Muslim teacher. It was, in fact, a Christian teacher who taught me what they believed in. So, you know, if you're going to teach, you can teach those things, but you can't force her to teach those things because it might be against her religious conviction. Can't force her. Tech B say Muslim come from Roman Catholic. Let me tell you, all of these religions have spurred up from some desire to discover what life is about and how we all came here. And everybody comes up with their own ideology, and from there has sprung all these many religions, and within those religions there's many denominations, because even in the Muslim world they have those little sects, those little denominations, those offshoot, there's those little offshoot denominations that have sprung up from the base of the Muslim teachings. Just like with Christianity, there are all these other denominations that have sprung up from the base of Christianity. You have Church of God, Methodist, Baptist, Adventist, all kinds of them. All of them have sprung up from the one root that is Christianity, that is Judaism. So, I mean, how you gonna tell who is who? You can't. How you gonna tell who is right, who is wrong? Yeah. Tep B say it's from the Roman Catholic. I think Paul was the one who brought these teachings over to Europe, over to Italy. Remember? Paul was the one who brought these teachings over to Europe, to Italy, to be specific. And he was supposed to go over there. Remember, they were sending him over there to be judged by Caesar because he had made a petition to Caesar. And he went over there, and Caesar didn't bother him. He was allowed to preach and preach and preach the same thing that he was preaching back in Jerusalem. And he preached over there and got souls and baptized and traveled back and forth to Jerusalem, and not wanting to sort of invade the space that he considered to be Jesus's space. He started moving further and further over into Greece and further to preach, to make his own stomping ground, so to speak. So it did not start with the Catholics. Paul was the one who brought it back to Italy after having been converted on his way to Damascus. So Christianity wasn't started in Rome, not per the Bible. The first time they used the word Christian.
The Church of Galatia it's the Corinthian church, and the churches in Galatia, they were not Catholic churches.
They started calling them Christians
In Antioch.
in Antioch.
Yes. Yeah, so that part there, we debunk that part there. Yeah. When people say, oh, Roman Catholic may have taken it and considered themselves to be the base of Christianity, but by me having read the Bible, I realized that that's not true. Yeah, them just hijack a thing. Yeah, Paul carried it over there. and them hijack it because they saw where they could use it as a means of control, to control the people, to control the people's minds, to control the people's daily activities. They saw where they could use it in their politics because people were seeking for directions. People were hungry for a way of life that is going to make them feel fulfilled. And religion provided that. And so people were running and grabbing onto it with both hands. And the Romans realized that, oh yeah, this no want, watch how we are going to take it and fix it up, you know. And that's what they did. So
and you will realize that a lot of the Roman Catholic practices and teachings, right, that they don't exist in the Bible, or even in Paul's teachings.
Well, they wouldn't, because they were not in alignment. Yeah, they wouldn't. They were not in alignment. Remember, you know, the Romans were doing as they were doing. In Italy, they were doing as they were doing. Remember, Paul was from there initially. I remember he was he was
a Roman. Yeah.
Right. I remember he was also my mother called him Rome. And his romantic activities were not in alignment with the teachings of Jesus either. And when he realized that, because he didn't know, remember when he said, "Oh, wretched man that I am," you know, he realized that by the teachings of Jesus Christ, what he was familiar with doing was not in alignment. And so he was angry at himself. He wanted to know, so God, talk to me now. Like how me never know, say, you know, in agreement with that. And I was participating in that kind of romantic expression. You still a go judge me? You still a, what you gonna do with me? You know, me I repent. Me never know. But now that I know, I no longer. So that is why he said that the people, if you don't know that you are sinning, then you will not be judged. This was Paul's reasoning, that if you don't know that you were sinning, then I not think it would be reasonable for you to be judged. And that is fair. But once you know and you claim to be following these teachings, then if you continue to do what it is that is against these teachings, then you will be judged. I'm saying the word Christian and Christian came.
Christianity and the word Christianity doesn't appear in the Bible. Yeah, we know that
came after the teachings of the Bible.
That is kind of something that is of profound simplistic value. You know, whether or not the word Christianity appears in the Bible, you know, the word homosexuality doesn't appear in the Bible, right? But the Bible is a book of what you would call word pictures, right? It's a book of like word pictures. It basically, you know, describes and things, right? Let me say, the word homosexuality doesn't appear in the Bible, right? But the Bible is very clear in terms of the picture that it creates when it says that any man that lies with another man the way a woman lies with a man, right? So you pick it up. You understand?
Yeah, well,
you have to use the word. It doesn't have to use the word, right?
Yeah.
When Christianity came, was used, the word Christianity was used in the Bible or not, right? Wherever it started, you know, there are some persons who say disciples, we are disciples of Christ, you know, that's fine, you know, where Christianity, you know, being of, you know, our follower of Christ, you know, it's fine.
Okay, point taken. Empress, what's up? Good morning. How are you doing? How that? Auntie Chris, you just forward another place. How are you doing? Welcome. We are here. We have just finished the reading of First Corinthians chapters 10 and 11, and we have slid off into some politics. We're not going to talk too much about it. We have gone 2 hours. Yeah, we're talking about the politics of the Bible.
The thing off your page now.
Yeah, because we start talking about the Let me tell you something. There's something.
That's yo, them a listen to what I say.
Them a listen. I don't watch everything. Everything. When you talk about politics, they put up politics. When you talk about what's wrong with y'all? Just love people, no man. What's wrong with them? Yeah. All right, let me take it off and go on. All right. I hope my studies with you is creditable. Yeah, man. We are here. We are here all learning together in Nepal. That is why the platform is open for people sharing their thoughts, because everybody's thoughts are important. Everybody's views. You hear what the Bible say? Paul say, "I know everything edifying." But you have to determine where you want to listen to. You have to determine what your appetite can stand and stuff. There are some things on this same app here, internet here, that to me are not considered edifying. If I pass by your live, and your live full up one whole heap of dirty bad order and one whole heap of naked people and one whole, yeah. That's sort of when me find my tribe. Me keep on moving. If me stop if we stop in your life and say you are teaching something that I'm interested in, I'm going to stop and listen, yeah, because I find what you are saying to be edifying. But Paul said everything edifying, and that is so true. And everything you feel have appetite for. Don't swallow everything you see. Over here, we not teach nobody. We're not teaching, we're not preaching, we're not trying to convert anybody. We are not leaning towards one religion or one denomination or the other. That's not what we are doing over here at all. All right? We are simply trying to read and understand the Bible, which has been presented to us as our moral guide. And I think it is imperative for all of us to know what is in it, who has written what, who has said what, why they had said it, and what the circumstances were under which certain utterances were made, and how those utterances affect our lives today. What did you say, Legend?
Who the on stale news?
So who do what?
Who's on stale news?
What I mean, who over there?
I'm saying this is stale news. I like that live here.
Yeah, and stale news I must like up alive.
So I clear your page.
Mind your business. I can't with you in a Legend. I cannot with you. I cannot. Eh? Yeah. See, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. What's wrong with you? What? if you can't sit down and wait on people to feed you, you know. Yeah, if you sit down and wait on people to feed you, you're dead for hunger. Right, Andrea? Yeah, you have to feed yourself, man. You have to feed yourself. Just like you can't post online and expect people to share out your posts and stuff like that. Because in that case, you're going dead for hungry. Promote your own self and share out your posts them yourself. Because if you don't, yeah, you find 1 and 2 local loyal people. You know, Legend, Card, Tech B, Paul, Andrea, AG, Joseph, Winsome, you know, Kim. I can call out some whole heap of names that I know say. You understand? But in the same breath, them have them own things going on. So you got to You have to promote yourself, or otherwise you are gonna
So, man,
you stay
you
behind.
come cut there every day and thing. That's it. You call and tell people you go online.
Listen, if me no call, can I tell him I go online?
Call
Sometimes me
and tell
text
people.
him. Sometimes me
So, why
text
you
her.
text me?
He soon
You
tell me
Trevor,
say,
Trevor needs. Why you not text me?
listen. What?
You know with me?
No, wait, why have you said that? Why have you said that? Of course me rate you. I mean, of course
See?
me rate you. But the thing is, the thing is, una fi go join me my WhatsApp group, yeah, man. Where Auntie Chris there? Auntie Chris. Yeah, them have to go join the
So,
WhatsApp group.
so put my number in the WhatsApp group. You have my
All
number.
right, may I put your number in our WhatsApp group, and then you can like share. Me can when me put up is say, so me going live. Or what me going live with, you can know so me going live. Because normally me not
Yeah,
even put up
because
it on the WhatsApp group because a lot of times when I come live, it's like spontaneous. I love spontaneity. I don't like anything that is rigid. No, 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 that's not true. No, that's not true. That's not true. I, but I love spontaneity. I don't like to have to sit down. It's just me. I don't like to have to sit down and plot and plan and say, all right, I have to go live that certain time here. It gives me a certain level of anxiety. Yeah, me like for free flow. Me get up, I'm gonna say, okay, I know I promised the people that I'm gonna go live this morning, but darn, I woke up this morning and there is XYZ going on and I'm not able to go live. Me don't want to feel like, say, even though I have all of this going on, I still have to go live because if me not go live, the sky go drop down. No. No. So that is why if you don't see me, if you don't see me 1 day, 2 day, 3, 4 consecutive days, yeah, just know say I'm in the background, maybe rewinding, maybe unwinding, whatever the case may be. But me I come back. You understand? But me not like the rigidity. The rigidity get to me sometimes. I know rigidity, me should I say no rigidity, I know the right word. On rigidity, I know the like word. I mean, I know how me fi say me not like the rigidity. But anywho, where's some of them on my honeymoon? Yeah, every now and then, right? Exactly. Every now and then you gotta take a little break, you know. You gotta take a little break. Cause if you're going, you gotta pause every now and then. Right, Craig Kirkland. My friend Craig Kirkland just rolled up another place. What's up, my friend? You have to go get me one of them check out at there now. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I forgot put them check. Low me no Paul. Paul, low me. Paul I got talk about say procrastination and always been a problem for Trevor. You're not too wrong, you know, but low me. May I can't. Right, Donald? Yeah, you're not too wrong. But life is what life is. I'm not stress out myself. Stress is not for me. Yeah, me have enough stress all my life. I want to live the last few little days of my life without the stresses of having to do and be as you all expect. Me just depend on one. Doing and being as I so choose, as I so desire. Yeah. Right, Miss Sting? Yeah, I'm kind of tired now. All my life I've been pleasing everybody. About time I please myself. Don't y'all think? Yeah, been doing for everybody, been pleasing everybody, been showing up for everybody. It's about time I do all those things for me, for the little that's left of my life, ain't it? Yeah, that's where I am. Yes, Miss Thing, these few years that are left, I consider these years to be mine. Yeah, me done raising kids. We finish raising kids almost. Yes, so what I have left is for me. All right. But anyway, beautiful people, we have come to the end of another morning live. Yeah. I want to say thanks to everybody. Thank you for the roses. Roses over there. Roses here. Yeah. Thank you all for the roses, my lovely people. I appreciate it. We are going to be getting off the live for right now. We will Michibu Closet. Okay, that is the New York Michibu. All right. How you doing, my love? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for popping in just as we are about to pop off. All right. Yes, Jules. It was a pleasure having you, my love, and I hope you stay safe. Shoot. We will see you again later. Donald said, Trev, bless up a nice, clean self, one love. Blessings to you, Donald. What were you saying now, legend?
No, I was apologizing. I called came in just now.
Oh, no problem, my love. I know. Life goes on. You did a wait for me? Yeah, me did a wait for you to leave. Me did a wait for you to leave. Because me did say, where you there? I'll win some. Me not win some from man. When I get out the text, I forgot to text her, say she all right. Yeah.
remember to add me to the
Yeah, me I got audio. As me come off of the live, my audio. As me come off. Yes, guys. So that is where we are going to end the live this morning. I want to say thanks again to everybody who came in, everybody who stopped by, everybody who contributed to the live one way or the other. And if it's just for a second of your time, I sincerely appreciate you, because without you, there would be no me here. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like Cod and Legend and Roy, Michibu, Donald, and everybody else who is here. I'm going to see Scott Log forward up in the place. Scott Log, you're not busy. I'll call you when we're done. Okay? All right, gentle people. Susan, my love, thank you so much for your contribution to the chat. My friend Jules, who I haven't seen in a long time, thank you so much as well. Andrea and Card and AG and everybody else who forward into the live. That's where we are going to end it for tonight, my friends. Once again, thank you all so much. You all go ahead now and have yourselves a great day. Because until next time. Until next time. This is... Watch yourself. She said, me I come tonight. Listen, I make no promises. Me not make no promises. But we will see. Alright? Until next time, my friends. This is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. And I'll see you all later. Oh, thanks for coming tonight. Oh, sorry. Today. Wait, hold on. Let me see who this year try to come up. But you can't come up this time and me say goodbye already. I want to Paul, man. Paul. Pauloy.
Morning, Chef.
Listen.
Good morning.
Morning.
Listen.
All right, baby.
Know which one of the door I should come in. Even when I'm late, which one of the door
you have to come in.
Or
Uno
so
think
I
uno
can
slick.
be acknowledged.
Oh Lord, Paul. Oh Lord, you hurt me feelings.
In your closings, I think you should not call any names because you're gonna leave some out.
Ah, true. I mean, I don't want to hurt nobody feelings. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Me I gonna remember that.
Yeah. You're leaving. I thank everybody. I call. I'm at top.
Go through the back door. Go to the back door.
I'm at top of the screen picture. See me, and she still not see me. Huh?
Yeah, true.
What can go so?
What can go so? Raise him up, Paul. Raise him up. What can go so? Nothing can go so.
What can go so?
We are gonna make sure it not go so no more.
So next time I come in, you know, see me, I go back out and I go slam the door so hard.
That me hear it. Yes, if you won't see me, you will feel the earthquake. I love you. You crazy like me. I appreciate you, my love. Later. Have yourself a great day. What can go so? Don't hear that, people? Pass me enough to say. Me enough to call everybody name because I can't remember everybody. Yeah. Make sure I call your name. All right, me I go remember. Look at me. I go write down everybody's name. All right, me just gonna say everybody. All right, Michibu and the others. All right, me gone this time.
Me and everybody. So call me a good name.
Miss, try not pass the bus stop.
Okay, all right.
Because how far we are come from.
How long? We've been coming from a long way, sister. There's so many people over here been with me for a long time.
Long time from what we can fill up.
I agree. From them days there, when I was being dragged and hauled out through the YouTube streets.
Oh, that was something else, but we overcame it.
Oh yes, and here we are. Here we are now. All right, people. Yes, darling. So later I will see.
When you're going back to crocheting, excuse me, when you're going back to crocheting, you get stuck, yeah man. Yeah man.
Me tell you about me. No, me tell you about me. No, remember me telling you say my brain, the way my brain work. You understand me? The way my brain works. See, so you know, so one blanket this and me that work part, me that start, I'm try start it.
The crocheting miss you, we miss you, and then when winter comes now we can add our thing before winter comes, you see?
Yeah, true. I have one box over there so they full of scarves when me make. When me need to get, what me need to sell.
No, them not on the market.
Sell and give away. Child, listen, me and me one obstacle here.
We can do like a crochet class, and you can show, we can do video call and stuff. I want to learn.
Oh, well.
That could be a thing.
That could. Michibu, we can't talk off of the ear. You just a blast everything out, so. Eh?
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Somebody's seeing you down there.
Yeah, AG. AG, my love. AG, I come off of the live, you know. But them not allow me. Them want me to stay. I can't stay no longer. I have to come off because I have to go up on the road. I have some things to go take care of and whole heap of things to do. So I will, you will see me again. Maybe later, but I not promise or nothing. I make no promises. But if you will let me go right now, let me go take care of what I need to take care of, then we might meet again later. All right, guys? Okay, so see you all later. Have a great day, everybody.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, lovely.